Greetings. It's time for your weekly recharge here on our special YouTube channel. Of course, Pastor Jay here with you on this, this Wednesday when we're releasing this. But whenever you're watching it, we appreciate you tuning in. Today, I want to talk to you that sheep need a shepherd. You know, David was an interesting character in the Bible, an interesting young man. He was not exactly loved by the world when you get down to it. He was rejected by his brothers. He was rejected by the prophet of God. He was rejected many times in his life, but David knew what it was to be a shepherd, right? Because David, he tended his father's sheep, right? And he killed a bear and a lion to protect the sheep. And David was an amazing writer as well. And David wrote in Psalm 23, he said, "The Lord is my shepherd." I love that. And then he says, "I shall not want." He wrote that simply because he knew what it was to be a shepherd. He knew that sheep needed to be protected, to be taken care of. And he was saying in his own life, I'm weak. I'm not what I need to be. I'm not what I should be. I need a shepherd to protect me, to take care of me, to help me. And I think that is what made David, as we know, a man after God's own heart, for the simple reason that David knew that he needed God. You know, David continuously failed. How many of us have not failed? We failed many times. All of us probably have failed God more than once. You know, we fail God continuously in ways that maybe are not so massive, but we just do. We fail God in maybe not talking to him every day, or maybe not reading the Bible like we should, or maybe staying home from church when we should be in church, or you know, maybe not lending a helping hand to someone that needs one. These are all ways we fail as Christians. And David failed, and David failed in much more amazing and horrible ways than probably most of us. When we think about it, he sinned with Bathsheba. Then to try to cover up his sin, he had her husband killed. I mean, wow, that's not only adultery, but it's also murder. So, I mean, David failed in pretty epic ways, yet he knew in all of this, he needed a shepherd. He needed someone to guide him, someone to help him. Now, the cool thing about David is that it's not how you start out, it's how you finish up. And we know that David continuously came to God and said, wash me and I shall be clean. Cleanse me, wash me with hyssop and make me white as snow. These were things that David did, knowing that the only way he was going to make it through is if he had the shepherd. Sheep are interesting. Sheep, get away and they can't come back on their own. And David knew he couldn't make it back on his own. Maybe today you are watching this video and maybe you messed up a little bit. Maybe you've made a mistake and you just feel so inadequate and just feel so unloved, and you just feel like, what's the use of trying? I want you to understand, God is your shepherd. He loves you. No matter what mistake you make, no matter how massive or how even insignificant it might seem, God loves you. And he wants you to just lean on him. You know, that's why the shepherd is there. He's got the rod to lean on, and so lean on him. The shepherd's not going to fall over because he's leaning on the staff, and he wants you to lean on him. There's a beautiful song that says, leaning on the everlasting arms. And that's what Jesus is. He's those everlasting arms to hold you and to keep you and to lift you up. So realize this, that the Lord is your shepherd. You don't have to want for anything. You don't have to want for love. His love is there. It's always there. It's always there at a moment's notice. So just reach out to God today in his love and say, Lord, I messed up. Forgive me. And he's going to wrap his arms of love around you. He's going to hold you close, and he's going to let you know that he loves you. So today, remember that. Remember, the Lord is your shepherd. You'll never want for a love because he's got you. Awesome. Isn't that cool? Yeah, it's really cool. Well, I want to thank you for joining me today on this recharge. I hope this has recharged your battery for the midweek. All right, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe. And we'll be back with you next week for your next recharge. Have a blessed day. We'll see you next week. Bye.